and that should get us done pretty quick. Welcome back to the back, guys, and welcome to the Arena Watch podcast. How'd you guys do? Say your names, say something. How should we intro this? I feel like I've never let you guys do your bit.
Well, I like, discussing placings and thoughts.
No, the
You know,
organization for the entire episode, yeah, but I meant like just the intro.
yeah, we could say, yeah, thanks for tuning in to the Trop with Trop. I think that would
Oh,
sound
of
pretty good.
course, sure, why not? Yeah, that's what they're here for, right? The Trop with Trop, was that it?
Exactly,
I
yeah.
can't tell though. What do you guys think of these roles?
It's kind of blurry.
Okay, we got the gold dagger, and it looks like even a bronze roll of the MP is better than a rainbow of the spell reduction. Am I correct about that?
Maybe.
Like the bronze roll here is 14 with mana points, and like a silver's 16, gold is 18. Stuff like that. Whereas, like, see, I have a gold MP cost reduction, and it's only 3%. I mean, that doesn't seem that high. Can't hear Celery, though.
Yeah,
He's
but I
muted.
guess the argument is over a long fight, maybe.
Over a long fight, yeah. Maybe if you were already regenning mana and you had enough that you just needed a little more. Because if you're
But I think,
regenning mana, like if you had 400 mana in the beginning, you technically might have 600 throughout the match, right? So having a reduction of cost while having a pool of roughly 600 mana for the entire match is kind of consistent and nice, right?
Yeah.
yeah, like that's definitely good. I think someone mentioned on Reddit, though, that if you have more MP, you recharge more MP, so that makes it really hard to
Yeah.
vouch for the
It,
spell.
if you have more
Yeah.
MP,
So the
oh yeah.
yep. Yeah. The MP regen is based on your total MP pool. It's like 5% for Seraphy. I
That's not a
assume
lot,
also 5% for Gem Slime.
but I mean like 5% of, I don't
So
know,
an extra 20 MP. If you get a rainbow roll, will give you an extra one
but you
per round.
you
Seraphy.
you would need at least what? You would need 5%. So 5% of like 100 is 5, right? 5%
Right.
of 20 is 1, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
anything less than
So
20 MP and you don't get anything back. Correct?
I would assume that's how it works. I would assume
Everything in
that
JP rounds
uh,
down from what I know. But then
yeah,
again,
that
it's 20 of your MP plus the weapon. So like if you just got one extra MP from your weapon, whatever it is, and you just needed one more to reach the next threshold of 20, that would get you there. You know what I mean? So
yep,
it kind of depends. But let's say roughly every 20 MP you get 1 MP back on your
yep,
regens.
yep.
Something like that for Seraphy.
Uh, so if you're if you're thinking about, or if you're looking at it in terms of, I'll use Seraphy since I use her all the time, so I know her numbers. Her heal at +10 costs 65, I think. I only recently got it to +10. It costs 67 at +9. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll do that one. So at 67 MP, and you're using it, you're using that every 2 to 3 turns, and you're using a 20-ish, 20 plus MP spell for your defensive, your protective. What is it? Defensive protection or something like that. You're using that every other turn, and then you're occasionally also doing a 20 plus gritty ditty. So all of her spells, if you have percent reduction, then you're going to be saving at least 1 MP per round, and up to if you've if you've got if you've got 5%, you'll save at least 1. If you've got 4%, you'll save at least 1 on anything that's at least 25 MP. So the Gritty Ditty is still 27 MP, I'm pretty sure, at whatever level I have it. So you're saving at least 1 MP a round, usually if you're at 4 or 5, well, let's say 4%, because 4% is a rainbow. So you'll save at least 1 MP every round except for your protection rounds, because that's down below 25 MP. And then on your heal rounds, you're saving 2 MP because it's over 50. So that when you're saving 1 MP a round, if you're just using things that are between 25 and 50, that's equivalent to 20 extra MP if you have 4%. And between the heals counting for extra and the protection not saving you MP, I'd say that it probably comes out close to 1 MP per round saved at 4%, which is close to what the MP itself gets you, but the MP itself also gets you the extra 20 MP. So the MP is better, but not a lot better. And then if you're talking about
But I mean, for most characters that don't have this massive MP pool with the regen, MP would be better, right?
So that's where you get into much more character specific. So if you don't have regen, like, Metal Dragon, the MP is always going to be better because he doesn't cast spells. And his spell is blunt, and that's not going to be reduced by any percentage because it costs only like 9 or something, 9 MP.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking a caster without MP regen, so I guess that'd be like Frizzcat, Kaleidocat, or Gem Slime. Well, Gem Slime has MP regen.
I didn't realize that Kaleidocat was a slime. I didn't realize that Kaleidocat was a slime.
Was a slime? Yeah, Gem Slime.
No, but like the weapon itself, I guess it only has slime MP reduction, I think, or am I wrong?
No, it's just regular.
Oh, really? I thought it was just slime spell.
Nope.
No,
it would have been pretty useless if it was just slime. I think the slime dagger does that, though. Slime dagger does that with the gold
that's
dagger
my
slime.
bad. Then I could swear it was slime spell potency. But...
So, like, say Zoma or Kaleidocat, when you're not dealing with MP regen, then all you care about is spell cost, or MP total divided by spell cost. So if that extra 14 to 21 MP doesn't get you an extra cast of Glacial Doom or Maya Frizz, it does nothing. So sometimes that MP will give you an extra cast, and sometimes it'll do nothing. If it does nothing, then that cost reduction is probably going to be better. Maybe. I haven't used a cast other than my Kaleidocat. I haven't used a caster that doesn't have MP regen. So Maya Cat gets like 6 frizzes at plus 10 with the Dragon Lord staff. So you can probably get 2 more from a good dagger.
What's the tertiary roll on this? Wisdom, then? Probably. If you're going... Would you say... Would you still say the mana is the best roll, even better than the MP.
Yeah, MP's the best. And then I think spell reduction is very close to MP. Just because, like I said, it depending on the cost of the spell that you're using, it is saving you at least about as much on average as the MP would be doing. You just have a slightly lower max pool. And like we discussed, unless you're getting depending on where you are at those multiples of 20, you might not get an extra tick of regen from anything less than a rainbow roll. You probably get it, but it depends on if you're at 601 MP, then only the rainbow roll, or maybe if there's a gold 19, would get you.
Let's say you have a dagger and you rolled 30 MP, so that's 215 rolls, and 6 wisdom, but you also rolled as another option. This is non-specific. I don't know why I'm giving you specific numbers or anything, but you rolled 5 attack and you rolled 16 and 18 MP respectively. So that puts you at 4 more MP than the other wisdom roll, but you have 5 useless attack, whereas this one has 6 wisdom. As a trade-off for not, you lose out on 4 MP, but you get 6 wisdom. What do you think? Which one would you choose?
I think I'm probably going with the MP, depending on what the spell is. So so you're probably going with the MP, but
this is backwards, right? But you could see that's a 16, 18, 5 attack versus you got 6 wisdom, 15 and 15 for this. So this has just a little bit less by 4, but has 6 more thing. Then I also have an option for 2 gold MP spell cost reductions. That's was it 3% for both? So that's 6%.
6%.
6% spell cost reduction, or I could go with up to 30 or 34 mana. 30 or 34 mana versus 6% spell cost reduction. Those are the ones that I'm eyeballing right now.
So the 6%, if you're using it for Seraphie, which requires giving up the healing staff, so that's kind of rough.
Yeah, I don't know if I would use it on her then, right?
I would say it would probably be good. I'm using it on Metal Dragon right now, even though he doesn't get the benefit from the cost reduction. It gives him an extra missile and a couple blunts on top of that. But I'd say that your blunt bot is your best target for that dagger in general. So that's a White King or Dragon Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And blunt itself doesn't get really.
It's not going to get this. It's not going to get the spell cost reduction because it's already so low. It's
not unless you got like full rainbow. If you got over like at least 11%, maybe even 12%, because they round down.
Blunt is 9, right?
So, yeah.
Oh goodness, you'd need a lot.
You'd need full rainbow.
You need a whole mana. So that would be 1/9. 1/9 is what, like 12%?
1/9 is 11.1%.
So you'd need 12%. You'd specifically need 12%. That's impossible.
You need triple rainbow.
That's not happening.
So spell cost reduction is completely useless if you're generally going to be using blunt every turn.
But I don't think on your blunt bots you use blunt every turn, right? Like the Dragon Lord still will occasionally cast a spell. The White King will occasionally still cast a spell because it's kind of inefficient to use blunt the whole time.
Right. But because you're not getting any benefit usually you're blunting every other turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're usually not unless you're running multiple blunt bots, but the blunt bot is the one with the MP regen. That's the one you're probably primarily blunting with, and then your other units you use that when there's fails. So even if a fairly low every other turn blunt, you're only getting benefit from it on your cast, your potential cast turns, which I don't know Dragon Lord's spell costs, but White King, I think his is like 88 or no 75, I think is what it is, or I don't remember. It's 80 something. Because I remember it's over 3 times as much as
how much mana do you need from this weapon specifically to get one more missile off on a 2 awakened metal dragon?
I don't know that number specifically.
Because I know yours got you to that point, but like when you're at how much MP do you have left?
Yeah, but I also got a 62 MP, well, including the 22 base. So I got a 2. I don't remember if it was 2 20s. It might be a 20 and a 21. So I got like a massive amount of MP. So it was almost a full missile on its own.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't look at the what's your, you have your game open, right? What's your
I have
MP
to choose
total?
one, right? I just have to choose one.
Oh,
I guess I'll just go with one of them. They're all pretty comparable anyways, and I'm gonna have to re-roll this later.
Yeah. I don't think you're stopping there, so I wouldn't stress too much.
Yeah. But anyways, we talked about a weapon that absolutely cannot be used in. I mean, it should not be used in arena under any context. I think, unless if we had 99 turn arena, that would be an interesting meta. But maybe one day the devs will change us to like a 1% damage, like literally 1% damage. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Then we could talk about mana.
Yeah.
But they're trying to ruin the game by making it interesting. So that's all I had to say. I'm just venting. Sorry. Anyway. But yeah, how'd you guys do this week for arena?
First place, yeah.
First place.
Trump got first, and then he featured my name, and then I went in and promptly dumped it right in the trash can.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, I lost 28 points today.
And I was trying to tell my buddy Element, I'm like, this Celery guy, he's good. He does everything free. And then Celery's just there to prove me wrong. He's like, hold my beer.
Could you have saved that match? Could you have, you think?
What's up?
That match. I mean, you said you played too passively.
Yeah, the only way to have saved it was to not try and to risk the Alina crit. And that is the second time I've lost a perfect week by trying to play too safe. I definitely need to
I don't think you would have risked the Elena crit, though. I don't think under any circumstance, because hers is just so much higher. So you're in your instinct, not to, right? Like you've been conditioned not to. So I don't see that as a winnable match. You know what I mean? Just because I know you wouldn't. Well, there's no way you would have.
It's there was, the way I played, there was 0% chance of 128. If I risk the Elena crit, there's like a 90% chance of a 128.
Oh, that's a fair point.
I thought Elena's crit's higher than that.
No, it's 10%.
Plus the dagger,
unless she's
right?
running, if she's running her dagger, which I guess you could, but
doesn't her bloom get her more though?
Yeah, her bloom gets her from 6 to 10. It gives her 4% crit.
Oh, okay.
The Starscream said he kept on missing the Elena. It must look like a clown show. It's too bad he doesn't stream. You would have seen miss.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Was that somewhere else?
Oh, he told us on Discord.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's like, I kept on missing Elena. I lost 3 units. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, and so I was going the full physical this week, not for any particular reason. The map, it's still kind of hard to reach some people sometimes with physical, and as you know, if you don't have an AoE unit like Rough, and then people were having a rough time with Rough for whatever reason. I think I don't know, he was just not tanky enough, maybe. Some people were afraid of running him, but you kind of need the AoE that a unit like that would provide. If you're going physical, you need agility, you need HP, you need attack, you need all three of those stats. Whereas like with the tanky martial unit, you kind of already have either agility or HP, and you just build the other generally, right? That's how it goes. Or you could build like a potency, martial potency or something, right? Like I think for martial and breath units especially, like the building, you don't have to make too many sacrifices with what you run. And I found, if you don't run agility on physical units, you're going to miss. And they don't have that high, like especially the earlier ones. Like there's like an agility arms race going on right now, like a nuclear arms race in the game. And they keep, I think that's gotten power crept more than anything else. It feels like that's had the greatest effect because we've already had a Stark's had a massive attack stat for a very long time, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, right? The agility holds him back. It holds a lot of people back. The range he has holds him back. You need a specific range. You need to be able to hit an A rank ability on turn 1 first at like 7 tiles away, right? Like you need to move up at least 3 and hit like 3 more tiles in front of you, right? Something like that. That's the bare minimum. That's what every unit should be able to do just about on your team. Like at least 4 of them, right, should be able to do that. And that's what it feels like. But a Stark couldn't pull that off. But if I had more awakenings, I had to employ like 200 IQ strats, which is like when you're doing that, if you make one mistake, sometimes the whole thing like goes kaput. And you really don't want to be put in a position where you have to even try a 200 IQ strat. You know what I mean? So that's already a negative in and of itself. Just putting yourself in that position, because sometimes they're not there, Sometimes the 200 IQ strats don't exist. There literally is no way out. And you don't want to... And getting into that weird position where you're so close that it requires the most skilled maneuver is very rare, to actually happen. So you don't want to put yourself in that position, because often it would just be you're not putting yourself in a position where you have a way out. You're putting yourself in a position where you don't. But I think if a Stark had more agility, if all my units were literally max awakened, I know that sounds stupid, right? You could say that about any unit, but the physical units scale way harder because they need all 3 of those stats that I mentioned earlier, whereas the other ones don't. They could just pick one for their build and be fine, generally, because they have the other or whatever. It's just they specifically just don't need to build attack, and that's it's massive. That is huge, and they usually already have agility or HP. So, and these ones, the reason why you choose Sorrow, the reason why you choose a Stark is because they had a massive attack, but they don't have the other 2. Well, they kind of do. He kind of has an HP pool, right? Both of them, but I don't know. They have too many holes, and I would have needed a stronger team. But I think, again, Seraphie, maybe, for 3-turn arena with increased HP, 30% HP. I think HP is kind of covered there. They can get Gritty Ditty turn 1, kind of either bait or pull in on turn 1, sorry, and then on turn 2 and 3, they could go ham, maybe. I think a team like that, physical team. But still, I think Marshall's still going to be dominant. And that kind of pulls into this week. This week we have, a 25 boost HP, right? On top of everything else. 25% HP, 40% zap, and 25% to all stats for heroes. Do I remember that?
I think it's 20%.
20% to stats?
Yeah, I think so.
I think 25 sounds more accurate.
Okay, so it is 30% damage down, typical. Zap potency is 50, which is actually typical because that makes sense. 25% HP and 25% to all hero stats. I think that's
a big boost.
That is a big boost because normally you would only get 25 to a family type, in this case being hero. Well, it's 25% and it's the zap on top of it. So whereas on zap weeks, I've kind of risked bringing Bianca and it kind of paid off, but it was playing by the rules, and she normally isn't good, right? But that kind of puts her in a position where she could be. I think having both in conjunction finally puts her past the threshold where she is actually usable, and greatly so, because those are exponential numbers, right? They compound. They don't compound each other. They multiply by each other. You know what I mean? One will affect the other. Having 50% more zap while already having 25% more attack and agility is already crazy. You know what I mean? Having 25% more HP when you already have 25% more HP is pretty crazy. I don't know. Is that multiplicative or is that additive? Do you guys know?
Multiplicative.
Okay, I thought so.
So
So it would be basically like 125% times 125%. Essentially, right?
Oh, the HP. So, because the damage is definitely multiplicative, because one's potency and the other one is
Stat.
Attack.
Yeah.
Base stat. Definitely multiplicative. The HP. But either way, heroes are going to have a lot of health.
Mm-hmm. I was
Whether
just
it's
looking at what Terry and Bianca. I don't have Terry, but Bianca is such a her whip crackle range is the same as Overkilling Machine's Atomic Blade. She just doesn't have the crossbow to go with it, which is unfortunate. Because he uses that a lot because of the lack of range, and he has other issues. But it's not the strongest ability, but it's something that he could rely on a little bit. And she has all that except for the crossbow, plus a crap ton more HP and defense now. So she just seems better this week, and Terry seems very good. And I can't remember that there's one other hero that does zap spells. Cause zap, it might be Pudding, whatever she is on global. I forgot her name.
Yeah,
Perono, yeah, her. But yeah, those three should maybe see some play. What do you guys think? Maybe Perono's kind of iffy. I don't know, because she's a caster. But like the other two would be scaled very heavily, I think, especially all those problems that I just mentioned earlier this week that we had, because I had physical potency units. But imagine if all my physical potency units weren't getting a 40% physical boost, they were getting a 50% boost to their damage. And they were getting 25% to all their stats, which would cover their attack, which would cover their agility, which would cover their HP and defense. So all those things that I complained about this week with my team, I wouldn't have with Bianca, Terry, maybe even Perono. But I think they are extremely. I think that does it. I think they actually make it past the threshold and are viable. I still wouldn't bring. I don't know, other units that are zap. Don't bring your RR. I know some. Have you seen RRs in Arena? Why do people still bring him? I don't get it.
I don't see him. I haven't seen, I might see one a week, if that. I'm
surprised.
I see a Stark, and I see Carver. Like I predicted, I see Carver all the time.
Yeah, Carver's nice. He's nice because he tends to do the Marshal first, especially if you have a unit weak to it, and it's it's a lot of damage. It can be in a sense, but he doesn't have what do you call it? He doesn't crit with that, so that's nice at the very least. So I kind of count on that sometimes.
Same.
Yeah, but I think Seraphy's gonna have her run of trouble, right? Zaps are gonna. She's already weak to it, right? So she's gonna maybe meet her doom, and maybe people after the first 2 days will kind of be like, maybe I shouldn't have brought Seraphy. Maybe we'll see less of her this week. No, no. People being rational and logical in Arena, no, it's not happening.
If they're bringing Seraphine, they're past the point of saving.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They're treating Arena like an EX fight, you know? You gotta buff up your units, and you gotta heal up your units, make sure to win before
they saw the JP ranking that was really for PvE, and they thought it was for everything. They're just like, this is the best unit in the game. It's literally at first, it's the best unit. It's the best unit. It's like,
I mean, by that logic, I'm surprised.
You cut out. Oh no. No.
He cut out at the perfect time. Oh man, it seemed like he was gonna say a joke.
By that logic, oh my god. No. Now he's gonna. I wonder if I could kick him so he notices, so he hops back in quicker. Can I do that?
It's tough love. You gotta kick him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kick him when he's down.
I hate it when it does this grid. Okay, there we go. Oh no, it looks like he might be coming back. No, he's not. Let me see. Kick. Remove. Remove from group. Remove friend. Oh, he removed himself. Okay, he might be back then. There he is. We might not see him for a second, but there he is.
Yeah, my Discord closed. I don't think it likes running multiple apps. I was trying to make progress on Blossoming Door.
Oh yeah, I do my 2 phone situation from there for that, you know. I swear I'm not a drug dealer, guys. I always have to say that disclaimer, you know.
Just a tax dealer.
Yeah, it's you know, multiple courier jobs and stuff like that, and together they make one whole job that's actually pretty good. But anyways, enough about me. What do you guys think about this map? What do you think we're gonna see this week because of this map, because of this boost? What do we look out for? What are you gonna bring? You know?
It's the same map as this week, right? Oh no, it's not.
There's one missing, basically.
Yeah, one. They moved the middle spot back one and moved the open spot to the up one. So, that one spot is always going to give you trouble if you don't run the 7 range units, and they need to be 7 range. No, like 8 range, basically. They need to have that corner hit. So basically just Claria. I think that's it. So anything in that one space, even without the extra HP, going to be about impossible to kill turn 1. Can make something real obnoxious if you're going to run into... Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, like, Dragon Lords, any of those slow type mages are going to be pretty scary, just because you may have to employ a baiting strategy, and that baiting strategy is going to be even more difficult with the increased HP.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I just realized, as Stark is resistant to Zap, he's totally viable this week, guys. What do you think?
I mean, if you like 1-2-4s, it's probably decent.
All right. What units are gonna count? You know what are we gonna see this week? And what are we gonna see this week? What do you think? What are the strongest units, and what are we gonna see?
You already know what I'm gonna say. We're definitely gonna see Carver.
We're gonna see Carver. We're gonna see Carver, so we still need to, counter him. But
we're gonna see the scariest Carver that we've ever seen.
Very scary, yes.
With the 50% boost in HP, like I swear, I'm not confident this week. I'm for sure losing points this week. I'm gonna go for a top 50. Like I'm thinking of all the good heroes and all the ways I cannot deal with them, and then I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's
yeah,
why
this
you're
could be.
so worried. I was like, what's so bad about this week? And then, okay, heroes, fine, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let me see. Carver,
Carver is
I don't have any HP on him. I mean, he has an armor because he can't wear jackets. Apparently, he can't wear those.
I
So I
can't
have,
remember.
yeah, he can't wear them. So I have him with armor and a claw. Just the, what is this? The Beastmaster claw. Just looking at it, and he has 1238 HP with no HP built
Yeah.
other than that one piece of armor. I have the magic
Yeah.
armor on him for now because other units were using other things. But yeah, he has that much. He has like 511 defense, 440 agility with the Beastmaster claw. Without it, he's like shit. He's
Yeah.
terrible without the claw. He needs that claw.
Yeah. And
I don't even run
but
his own weapon on him. Do you guys?
so I haven't used him. So,
Well,
I
that's
don't run
fair.
anything. But I will say that I guarantee if you run into Carver this week, you'll see one with over 2,000 HP.
Yeah.
Because if someone's running Carver in Arena, I doubt they're putting the claws on him. They're like they're putting a sword on him.
You know what was funny? Last hero week, I was shocked, but who's our hero aficionado? Shark Kai. He didn't place first. I was like, what the hell, man? That was like your time. He's like, I didn't care. I had fun. So it's like maybe this time, he might pull in a hero with even more HP. He might bring in maybe something with Zap. He has all the Zap heroes.
Yeah.
Maybe he might.
He's got a max awake Cherry.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, maybe he can pull it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But
I don't think the blitz strategy with Marshall or Breath is going to really make the dent this week. Because you guys like wiping everyone out turn one, right? That's what you do.
yeah,
So
that's what I like.
it's not happening. They're definitely
I
going to
don't think I can do that this
retaliate. And I don't know, would they one-shot you? What would happen? But they definitely be able to retaliate. Whatever you bring, you're gonna be met with a bunch of
This will be
resistance.
Yeah.
yeah, this will be a
Oh,
good
bring Thwarthog.
yeah, this will be a good test or good preparation for the new arena rules. I don't
Oh
I don't know
no,
when those are
Claria's
supposed
weak
to-
to Zap. This isn't the only week
Yep.
we've had the 25% HP though. But yeah, Claria's weak
No,
to Zap.
we had it. We
But-
had it on the anti-crack week. What was it? Frizz week.
Yeah, something like that.
So we had boosted HP and maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was just reduced crack and increased frizz. We did have boosted HP another week, I thought. I forget which week though.
What are typical weaknesses for heroes? We're gonna see a lot more heroes, right? This week, you guys think?
Yes. So Whoosh, Zam.
Some of them are resistant to Zam. That's surprising though. I'm looking
Yeah,
at the
Rough
A
is.
ranks and what resists Zap, and the top of my list looks like Hellion. I don't have any A7, rank 7 A units that are resistant to Zap. This is unfortunate. Then again, I'm not bringing any A ranks. I think I'm bringing. I wanted to bring KSS. I forgot. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't bring KSS. He's weak to Zap, right? Depending on the match, right? Let's say I could bring KSS because maybe they didn't have a Zap unit. If in that case, if that's that match, then I could also bring over Killing Machine, who's also weak to Zap, and Sorrow and Bianca. That's what I'm looking at on my team. Luckily, it's 225 weight anyway. So even though they're going to be a lot stronger, there's not going to be a lot of units out at once that, a lot of high weight units all across the board. It's going to be kind of tight knit. So I feel like I could manage with just 4 units. I feel like we're going to see a lot of 4 unit teams maybe. Because I just don't know.
Yeah,
What are you
with
going to bring?
Trop and I are bringing Dragon Lord True Form. Trop's going to bring his same team. Actually, I mean, he mixes it up now. One unit here or there.
Yeah,
But,
I guess
mixing it up.
I guess I could do Sorrow, Overkilling Machine, Bianca KSS, and when I need to, I'll switch out Overkilling Machine for Marquis de Leon because he's resistant to Zap, right? Marquis is. And I don't know who I would bring in the place of KSS. I don't have any other S rank units. The only ones I have resistant are Slineheart, RR, and looks like Peacock, and that's it. Only Bianca out of my whole team is resistant to Zap. The team I'm bringing. So that's interesting. She uses it and she's resistant to it. So I think she's going to be a Class A, act this week. It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
She's definitely my top.
Yeah.
And then Terry's
I'm
a
not
close
using
second.
any Zap units. Because I don't have any Zap units.
They are a rare bunch.
So it's pretty much Bianca, Terry, maybe Paranel would be your Zap units, or your Zap units.
So that means we might be safe bringing a lot of our units that we do want to bring that are weak to Zap, because we might not even face a whole lot of Zap. Are there any strong Zap in A ranks? Maybe the Fusen Dragon, the Gasbagon, he has a Zap attack, doesn't he? Thunderball?
Gasbagon could be.
It's single target, so it's higher damage than usual.
Boost. Yeah, it's single target. He could be solid as an A rank. He's got the 7 range.
Plus
can't hit
defense
the
boost
corner like
after
Claria,
he loses his 7
7
range. Claria is weak to Zap, so that's her only bad this week.
Yeah. So Gasbag could be a really good A unit. That like I said, we're not going to see a lot of A, or not a lot of Zap units other than the main 2, occasional 3 heroes. So Gasbag is one to look out for if you're used to not seeing any Zap units and you forget he has Zap like I did.
No, Marquis has a Zap attack.
I always use him for whoosh. That is true. Marquis.
His is only at rank 5 for me. His only has rank 5, but it might actually do more damage than Thunderswipe this time. I mean, sorry, than the Howl.
Than the Howl. Yep. Yeah. So that's. I mean, I think if you're facing a Marquis, you're going to be watching out for him being in range at all. So, don't get caught by surprise.
I
but
think
if
Marquis
you're getting
might
hit
be the
by
most
his
dangerous.
Thunderswipes, you are already getting.
Marquis might be one of the most dangerous units this week, even though he's not a hero. Just because he's so versatile, he could catch you off guard. He can reach a lot of these tiles. I don't know. He can't reach this back tile, can he? But no, he can, right?
He can't reach the very back.
No.
Yeah.
But he could pretty much hit every other spot, and he's pretty crazy.
Always. Yep. Let's see. All right. So Dragon Lord True Form resists Zap.
Okay. And Zap units tend to have what kind of weakness? Let's see.
Whoosh, Frizz.
Oh, I filtered by Zap element and not Zap resistance. God damn it, I'm so stupid. Okay, hold on. Let me correct everything I said earlier. Who do we have that resists Zap? We have Carver. We have Marquis. No, this is weak. Damn it, I just screwed it up again. Where is this? Resistance? Phil, what is going on with my thing? Okay, Zap. Okay. All right, we have a Stark, a Dragon Lord, White King. I wouldn't bring White King. Deborah resists it. You said Dragon Lord's true
One brings out
form. Thwarthog, Bone Baron. Oh, here's one. Golden Britches. He resists zap. Everybody bring Golden Britches. I mean, he would have been a solid unit with a thing leadership, right? Overkilling machine leadership, is that? No. Oh yeah, it is overkilling machine leadership.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be the A rank for Trop's inorganic team that.
But I see most people
Rest in
running
peace.
50, 60, 50, 65 seems like a good mix-up. That's what I got. Like 250s,
Yeah,
60, 65, that
what
fills
I
it
run
out.
A lot.
I don't know. What permutation are you guys thinking is going to happen this week? And we got, is that Levi? Yeah, we got Vosh here,
Uh,
I think. Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Vosh.
Vosh.
I think that's going to be what I'm likely running 90%, if not every single match, only because I'm almost certainly bringing Ruff and Dragon Lord True Form every match with the boost to heroes and Dragon Lord True Form resisting Zap and Dragon Lord True Form being just a beast in Arena and in general.
Mm.
So that leaves me with 100 left for 2 S's. If you're not running Hero, Boss, SS, then you're probably looking at, let's see, Heroes. Let's say you're doing 60, so you got 165, so you got 50, 50, 50, 15. So you could run Saber Cub. Wait, no. Yeah. 50, 50, 50, 215, or 210, and then 15 more. So you could run Saber Cub with the 3 50 weights. Yeah, if you can run them, Bianca and Ruff and Terry are, and maybe Alina. Alina's like a budget Terry this week because she doesn't get that damage boost on her dash.
Okay, so I'm looking through some of these Zap units. Weak to Whoosh, Zam. Weak to Frizz, Zam. Weak to Whoosh, Zam. It's mostly Whoosh and Zam, looks like, that they're weak to. And of the 2 elements, it seems like the Zam is more consistent. I can't tell.
Yep.
Let me see.
So that's good for like Orgodemir.
But there's not. What's
give me-
Terry's
give me-
weaknesses? Because I don't have Terry.
Frizz.
Frizz?
I don't remember what his other one is, but one of them's Frizz.
That's so strange.
I think it might be Frizz Zam.
I'm checking it now. He should be at the top. Right there he is. It's Frizz and Zam, yeah. Okay, so he still has Zam weakness. So definitely Zam's the strongest element. Bring a Stark, guys. Do it.
Resist Zap.
Exactly.
Zam.
He's perfect. He's perfect in every way this week. I will replace Sorrow with him. I actually might as a meme for 1 match or 2 if I could get away with it. And then we'll see. But yeah, who else? Who do we have for? Oh, Dragon Lord resists Zap. Just the regular Dragon Lord. He has more range than a Stark does. He resists Zap.
Yeah, Dragon Lord. Yep, and hits with Zam hard.
Yeah, so
has
they
good
both,
range.
like I said, they both resist Zap, but like he has more range. He's the same tile thing, attack, but just more range, and he doesn't have to rely on anything else there. He has the heal.
Yeah,
he has
Dragon Lord, I think will be good this week.
as a counter. He's a very good counter, right?
Yeah.
And then Whoosh counters. Does Ruff have resistance to Zap?
No. he resists Whoosh and Zam.
That's unfortunate. He would have been another good counter. I mean, he kind of still is because the range, of course, and Whoosh is still very good. Do we have any other Whoosh units? I mean, he's just the number one Whoosh unit, I think, in my head. When I think about, Whoosh units that have range, it's him. Because I don't know.
Yeah,
Dragwar
the next
and Slionheart aren't doing much this week, looks
no
like.
no
Slionheart, he doesn't resist Sap. Okay, so he's weak to Zam and Frizz. Okay. Dragwar,
look,
I don't know. What other Whoosh units are there?
There's not.
There's
You
not.
got like
That's fair.
White King and Saber Cub. Like I guess the Saber Cub, like I said, if for some reason you're not running a boss, so you replace that with an S and Saber Cub. Saber Cub can't usually do a lot turn 1, but turn 2 he might clean someone up.
Okay, so Dark Pillar does not kill without super high wisdom, but he might get that on turn 2. You never know. If he heals, if his HP gets how low does his HP have to get for his wisdom to increase?
It's like 75%. It doesn't he just has to be scratched and he'll trigger his HP boost.
The HP boost is paired with the wisdom, right?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So turn 2 he could be a monster, right? And then turn 1 he's not killing anything, but he's still, a massive chip damage across the whole board. I mean, it's not even chip. It's like it's massive, guys. I think he's worth it. You could definitely make the argument for him this week.
The only other Whoosh user is Nira, and one of the other caster heroes has like Kaswooshel or something like that.
The one with the fire, right? The Firebird.
Yep, the Firebird, that one.
Yeah,
Maribel?
so Maribel, they're both good, right? Because they're both heroes, so they're both going to see a boost. So maybe Nira is a better pick than say your White Kings or whatever casters there are. Nira and definitely,
Ashlyn. Ashlyn has Kaswoosh Plus.
Ashlyn has Kaswoosh Plus. Oh, there you go. Okay, so Ashlyn is okay. So how would you rank that? Ashlyn's above those two. And Maribel's probably better than Nara just because of the versatility. Well, actually, no. Is Nara better in Arena than Maribel? I haven't seen any Maribels in Arena.
Yeah, I see them, but I think she's weak to crack, so she just dies, just like Nira.
But they'll have HP. I mean, so assuming you had your HP, what would you bring? Is it going to be Nira or is it going to be... Because I could rank it. I would say Perennial's at the top, right? Because Zap. And then counters below that, as far as the mages go. So Perennial's at the top. Then it would probably be Ashlyn. And then it'll probably be either Maribel or Nara is tied, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I'd rank it. They're not going to have a hard time hitting that. Was it 480 for the wisdom? For swoosh-like abilities? Something like that is the cap?
Yeah, it's pretty, surprisingly low.
And then, Kaswoosh Plus is
at least
a lot
for
closer.
regular Kaswoosh. I don't know, because they both have better than Kaswoosh, so their caps are probably higher.
Yeah, and then Kazap is probably somewhere close to Kaswoosh, if I had to guess. So, I don't know. I don't see them having a hard time capping this week, so maybe... Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty strong.
Yep. S ranks.
I think a Stark. I was making jokes about it, but Stark, if there was a kind of week to kind of bring him, I think it's better to bring him as a counter than as anything else because he's never gonna do his damage. So it's like you might as well have him survive and give his leadership boost to someone else. So whereas the physical week he kind of sucked. I ran him the whole week, I know. But I think this week he might just be a tad better, just a little bit. It's not a lot, guys. I'm just saying, because he resists Zam and Zap. And, well, Zap is the strongest element this week, but Zam is also the counter to the element. So he has both of those. So that's not bad. I mean, that's actually not that bad. We'll see. I'm probably going to run Dragon Lord instead of Sorrow now that I look at my team.
Yeah, I think Dragon Lord's going to be solid for a lot of the matchups we're expecting. Sorrow, I guess if you're not facing one of the play-by-the-rules teams, then Sorrow is probably better for you. But
I might even give Hargon's staff to Dark Lord instead of the Dark Crystal. That seems to do just a little bit more damage. It's like 8 more damage with the Dark Pillar, but I think that's the only ability I'll be using this week. I don't see anyone being weak to Frizz really this week. Maybe even resistant. Bianca's resistant, so
yeah, good number of heroes resist Frizz.
Yeah.
Metal Dragon is weak to Frizz, so that'd probably be one of the primary targets for your Frizz attack.
So
but he's also weak to Zam. So
are you or are you not bringing Ruff this week? Because he's still getting a huge boost from being a hero. He has a huge boost from the Whoosh.
Ruff. I'm bringing Ruff. I think it's about neutral because of the increased HP. So he's going to hit about exactly as hard as he normally does, which is enough.
Which is what you need, because if you don't get what you had, then you're running units and you're not getting what you had. So it's better than nothing, right? So
I'm bringing Ruff, bringing Dragon Lord True Form, like I said.
Does he have Zapple?
Like you mentioned,
he should have Zapple.
Does he have Zapple?
He needs to.
No,
yeah.
he has Buff.
Trops has Zapple, right? You didn't replace it for Buff yet, did you? Or Blunt? Trop, are you there? We lost him. We lost Trop. He's gone. He's been muted for
he's
too
just
long.
A cat.
Exactly.
Oh shit! I'm back, Stranger. I'm just watching my buddy play Dragon Quest, trying to give him tips. What's up?
You still your Dragon Lord True Form is still a Zapple unit, right? You're still playing by the rules this week, or did you get rid of it?
Oh shit! Yeah. I should use it. Of course, yeah. He's a Zapple unit.
Exactly. He is a Zap. He is a Zap unit. So it's official. Trop is playing by the rules this week, right, Trop? Yeah. Any heroes you're thinking of bringing?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe depending on how the weight falls. What do you call it? Depending on how the weight falls, maybe Carver or no, not Kiefer. Kiefer is the one I'm
interesting. Why Kiefer?
Because he's already pretty strong.
Oh
right?
yeah, he does have Whoosh. He has Frizz, which is going to suck this week, but he does have Whoosh, which is going to be an okay counter. I mean, he's not going to kill anyone. People are just going to have a massive HP pool, but
he has Whoosh, and it hits pretty hard for an A rank. It's a reasonably strong B rank attack, physical, so it gets the good boost from the hero stats.
Yeah, okay, here's the question of the week. Is anyone going to be in first? I mean, is anyone going to have a perfect score this week? Is anyone going to have, like, no 3-turn matches this week? Because I see,
sure
maybe if you don't lose a unit, I still see everyone at least getting a 3-turn match. Just because of, if you face... it's going to be hard to avoid heroes this week, right? You're going to see one or another, and they're going to have just too much HP. And it's not a 3-turn arena, so... It's still 2-turn.
I think we might finally see the first no perfect week besides the A ranks. Right? Or no, we had one, right? Did we have one?
No, on the first A rank week we didn't have any, I think, and maybe not even the second. Did we have a perfect? Did we have a perfect for auto only?
No, we didn't have. I didn't count that one.
You didn't count that one?
No, that one. Trop won that one, but there were no perfects. But I didn't count it because it was auto. Like,
why?
I didn't count it as in the list of no perfects.
Vash, that's actually not true. You could hit the back row with a specific unit who is weak to Zap. So you could definitely hit the back row. You just have to use Claria to do it. So, yeah, Thwart Hog OP, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. So, yeah, I think we
Don't
very
bring
well
Thwart Hog.
could see the first no perfect week in, the since auto only and the A rank and belows.
Hey, if you guys listen to me and you guys put that 57 mana cost Zap Breath on Sorrow, not on Sorrow, on what's this guy's name? I renamed him, so I don't know his name anymore. My brain's not working.
I have it on Great Dragon, so he can get a boost on his B rank breath.
What's this guy? Oh, my brain's not working. Who are we looking at here?
You're talking about like Slan or Hellion.
Yeah, so like if you put the Zap Breath on a Slan or a Hellion, or that new Gildan Britches. Isn't Gildan Britches resistant to something here? He's resistant to Zap, I think. I just saw that, so I think he's resistant to Zap. Yeah, you could put it on Gildan Britches.
Yeah.
You could put it on White Bone Baron. He has 4 movement. That would be nice. And he's resistant to Zap too. Perfect.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's a lot of possibilities. If the heroes could learn Zap spells, they would have been pretty good. Like the A rank heroes, if they could learn abilities, that would have been cool.
Yeah, I think that this is a good week to remember your A and below type strategies where you don't need to go ham and try and get 1/2/8s at the risk of dying.
That's a good analogy, because on the A and below weeks, A rank units still have a lot of HP, but they just don't have A rank abilities. Some of them do now, but they just didn't have A rank abilities. So you always had less damage than you had HP, and this is kind of the same thing. Yeah, you have less damage than you do have HP, except we're with normal units now.
Yeah,
kinda.
That's it won't be as bad or as severe as the A and below weeks because we actually have the A rank abilities, so we can do a lot of damage. Just a lot of times it won't be enough.
Who's the scariest unit this week to face?
Probably Marquis.
Marquis is one of them for sure.
But Dragon Lord True Form, that 25% HP boost means that he heals 25% more.
No.
So, like, Dragon Lord True Form is going to be even harder to take out.
It just sucks that he's a Frizz unit, though. You know what I mean?
I mean,
he has a Zam ability. That's good, though.
Yeah, he has Zam and he has AoE typeless.
Yeah, that should help him out on turn 3.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say Dragon Lord True Form is real scary to face. Carver is going to be a nightmare to face because, like I said, I'm betting any Carver you see in Arena probably has 2,000 HP. So, like, even bringing your rough, he's not going to put a dent in Carver.
What's Carver weak to? Let's see.
Yeah.
He's weak to Whoosh and Zam.
Oh, he's weak to Whoosh and Zam, the second one? Yeah.
Yep.
So.
He's only resistant to Sizz and Crack, and I don't think we'll see a whole lot of that this week. Some of the Crack units are weak to Zap, it looks like, and so are the Sizz units.
Yep. Yeah, Bianca is going to be scary as far as Zap units. Paranel may be in that back hiding spot where you can't get to her before she can move, similar to Dragon Lord or Nira.
Yeah,
where you
just
can
don't
put
bring
them there.
Seraphie
But
this week. I noticed, like, I know I joke people are gonna do it anyway, but like she's weak to Zap. She's weak to Zam, the counter to Zap. She's like literally gonna be weak to just about like 90% of the units you're gonna see this week.
uh,
So I was responding to what Vosh said about the DLTF and Seraphie.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
still a problem, right? Like if the Seraphie's in that back spot, like it's still a problem. But it's just a tad more manageable this week. And Seraphie
Well,
looks like a
kind of.
hero, but she isn't one, so she doesn't get that
Yeah.
hero boost. Unfortunately for
Yeah.
you guys,
The
that would have been a nightmare.
she's less of a problem, to kill with Zap, but more of a problem in that you're probably not killing as many units turn one, so there's a
Yeah.
good chance she gets to heal something back up.
Yeah, she
So because that's what I found to be more manageable on normal weeks is Seraphie, even if she's hiding, she's not a threat in herself. So if you kill everything else, she doesn't do anything. She's only an issue if you only hit someone down to half or down to 20%, and then she heals them back up.
If the 25% hero boost was a slime boost, I just would not play this week. And if the Zap was anything else that like Seraphie resists, I don't know what. Let me check. What does she resist? She resists whoosh, right? No, she doesn't. She resists Sizz and Bang. So if it was any of those two, and it was 25% HP and 25% stats to slimes, I just would not play that week. I would just be like, you know what? No, we can't, because it would be slime central, and Seraphie would be the queen. She would dethrone the queen slime, and that'd be that, and I just wouldn't play. So I'm glad hero week. Let's keep an eye out and see how Shark Eye does. Hopefully he does well. We're rooting for you, buddy. I know you make rash decisions, but maybe this week you might pull out first. It might not be perfect, but you don't need perfect to be first this week, I think.
No, I think there's a good chance we see -4.
I'll have to check my
-8.
JP guy that I usually watch and see how he pulled out for this week, but I just don't see it. Let's see, where did I rank in Arena? I'm so far I am 255 after all those mistakes I made, and I ended with 2,470 points, looks like. So pretty bad. But yeah, we'll make a comeback next week. JP guy, you watch, share link. Will do. Hold on. I will drop the link here for everybody. It's on the DQT Guides hub, though. If it's under how to search JP, just scroll up in it and it'll say JP Arena YouTuber. But here, I'll throw it in chat. Okay. Yeah, I watch all this guy's videos and I just screenshot everything and then I translate the text, and that's where I get everything for the arena maps on the Discord as well. And if you want to see getting the arena maps on the Discord, let me throw an invite link to specifically that channel, arena maps. No expiration. Here we go. Share link. Go ahead and join this one as well. There you go. No, that was the same thing twice. I thought I literally thought I copied it and it didn't copy. Okay, share link. Copy. Share link. Copy. I did it twice because my phone is weird. So that should fix it. Here you go. Join the Discord. Yeah. I should have next week's up as well. I usually like doing them ahead of time. I've gotten lazy because I've been pulling a whole bunch of all-nighters, trying to get some work done. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that sums it up for this week. Any input, Trop? Any input? I know it's going to be a second for Trop to pop in. But Celery, any last words? things we should look out for? Anything you want to mention? Any predictions?
Nope, nothing that we haven't already mentioned. Like I said, just playing it safe is more viable this week than usual, just because it's going to be very hard to 1-8 if you're facing specifically heroes, and that's definitely something to keep in mind. Sometimes this if there's a week to risk or to take it slow, get a 1-4 instead of a 1-20, this is the week.
All right, and with that, we're out, guys. Anyways, go ahead and if you want to join the pack with the pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this stream video, then like this stream video. If you have something to say, write down in the comments down below, or right now, in fact. And if you want to support the Arena Watch podcast, go ahead and share. If you want to see more Arena Watch podcast weekly, we are roughly this time, 4 p.m. PST on Saturdays. You could go ahead and hit that bell icon for that notification. This ain't Twitch, guys. That's the only way you're going to get it. Join Kage's gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations, and join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been The Pack. Signing out. Peace.
See you guys.